In 1720, Sir Isaac Newton, one of the smartest men to ever live, lost his entire fortune in the South Sea bubble stock crash. He could calculate the motions of heavenly bodies, but he couldn't calculate the madness of people. We assume intelligence is a shield. We think if you are smart, you are safe from stupidity. But the truth is much darker. Intelligence doesn't prevent bad decisions. In fact, intelligence often amplifies them. It creates blind spots that average people simply don't have. It creates a specific type of failure that is predictable, consistent, and devastating. Welcome to Second Order. Today we dissect why the smartest people in the room are often the ones who crash the building. The first trap is the most seductive, unearned confidence. Imagine a chess master. He wins 10 games in a row. With every win, his brain reinforces a dangerous pattern. My intuition is correct. I don't need to check my moves as carefully. Psychologists call this the earned dogmatism effect. It basically means, with the more expert you become, the more closed-minded you get. Take the mobile phone giant Nokia in 2007. Their engineers were brilliant. They had the smartest people in the industry. When the iPhone appeared, they analyzed it and dismissed it. They didn't dismiss it because they were stupid. They dismissed it because they were too successful. Their past success convinced them that they understood the future. But the future doesn't care about your resume. Smart people fall into the trap of thinking their experience is a fact. But often, experience is just a bias, disguised as wisdom. This leads us to the second flaw, the addiction to information. There is an old philosophical paradox called Buridan's ass. Imagine a donkey that is equally hungry and thirsty. It is placed exactly halfway between a pile of hay and a bucket of water. Because the donkey is rational, it keeps analyzing which option is better. It calculates distance, it calculates value. It thinks so much that it dies of hunger in the middle. Intelligent people are often the donkey. They love data. They love nuance. They can see 10 different angles to every problem. But in the real world, this is a curse. It's called analysis paralysis. While the average person makes a good enough decision and moves forward, the intelligent person is still waiting for perfect information. They mistake thinking for doing. They feel productive because they are researching. But in the economy of decision-making, hesitation is expensive. Sometimes a mediocre decision made now beats a perfect decision made too late. Now let's go deeper. This is the most painful part. Why do smart people double down when they are wrong? It's because of identity. If you are an average person and you make a mistake, you just say, "Oops, I was wrong." But if your entire identity is built on being the smart one, being wrong feels like a death sentence. Your brain protects your ego at all costs. Instead of looking for the truth, intelligent people use their brain power to perform mental gymnastics. They become experts at justifying bad decisions. The physicist Max Planck once said, "Science progresses one funeral at a time." He meant that brilliant scientists rarely change their minds. They just eventually die, and a new generation replaces them. When intelligence is tied to self-worth, you stop learning. You start defending. And the moment you start defending, you have already lost. So how do you escape these traps? You stop looking at the immediate result. You start using second-order thinking. Most people ask, if I do this, what happens next? That is first-order thinking. It's easy. It's seductive. Second-order thinking asks, and then what? In British India, the government wanted to reduce the number of cobras, so they offered a cash reward for every dead cobra. It seemed smart. But people were smart too. They started breeding cobras in their homes to kill them and get the money. When the government realized this, they stopped the reward. So, the breeders released all the cobras. The result? The cobra population increased. That is the danger of first-order thinking. Smart people optimize for the now. Wise people optimize for the consequence of the consequence. Intelligence is a powerful engine, but an engine without a steering wheel is just a crash waiting to happen. Don't just be smart, be aware. Question your confidence. Act before you feel ready. And always ask yourself, and then what? This is second order. If you want to think clearly in a chaotic world, subscribe. We're just getting started.